would please turn your Bibles to the book of Mark chapter number 11 in your Bibles tonight. I would just like to give a quick thank you to Brother Eric and Pastor Clear for giving me the opportunity to come speak in church. I was talking to my dad before on the way here, and I was thinking about like the last time that I preached in church for a youth night, and that was back in 6th grade actually. So it's been 6 years since I've preached in church in front of everybody. So a couple things have changed, I guess. I mean, back then I was like yay high, I could barely see over this, and had to put this all the way down here. Maybe you guys remember that, but one thing that's not different is I think I'm just as nervous as I was back then. But yeah, I was in speech class last year with Brother Austin, and he kind of taught us a little bit how to hide some of your nervousness. So hopefully that will pay off tonight. And also hopefully you found Mark chapter 11 by now. Mark chapter 11, verse number 15. I'm going to let you guys stay seated. Pastor Clear will have you stand. Mark chapter 11, verse number 15. It says, "And they come to Jerusalem, and Jesus went into the temple, and began to cast out them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers, and the seats of them that sold doves, and would not suffer that any man should carry a vessel through the temple. And he taught, saying unto them, Is it not written, My house shall be called of all nations the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves? And the scribes and chief priests heard it, and sought how they might destroy him, for they feared him, because all the people was astonished at his doctrine. And when the even was come, he went out of the city." Tonight, I'd like to preach a message entitled, "Would it be different this time?" Let's go ahead and start with the word of prayer, and then we'll dive right into this. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you've given us and blessed us with. Thank you for a great church, Lord, that we can be a part of. And thank you for allowing us the freedom to come, Lord, and worship you. Give me clarity in my thoughts, Lord, and guide my words, Lord. Help me to say what I need to say and not to say what I don't need to say. And I'll give you the praise and honor for everything that's done. Lord, in your name, amen. So my question is, would it be different this time? Now, I think everybody here knows this story, and if you don't, that's okay. We're going to go through it real quick. But what's most famous about this story is the fact that this story is one of like the only ones where Jesus was like angry or mad, I guess you could say, while still being holy and righteous. The Bible talks a lot about, not really a lot, but it talks about being righteous and angry at the same time. In Ephesians 4:26, it says, "Be angry and sin not, but let not the sun go down upon your wrath." So Jesus got angry in this story. So here, let's go over real quick what happened. First off, Jesus came to Jerusalem. Now, I don't know all the reasons why Jesus came to Jerusalem at this time, but I'm guessing this was one of them, so he could clean out the temple. I mean, why would Jesus go into the temple without knowing what's going on? He went in there and he already knew what was going on, I'm pretty sure. So Jesus went into the temple to cleanse it, and that's why he came to Jerusalem. The second thing is, of course, Jesus got angry and started to overthrow the tables. Actually, in John chapter 2, it talks about how Jesus actually made a gourd and started not only overthrowing the tables, but he took all the money that the people had made for selling the doves and all the animals, and he dumped it all out everywhere after flipping all the tables over. And the third thing I want you to notice about this story is where it says that they were astonished at his doctrine. And it says let's reread verse 18, it says, "And the scribes and chief priests heard it, and saw how they might destroy him, for they feared him, because all the people was astonished at his doctrine." Now I'd like to take you guys and show you kind of what was happening here, and I'll put it in today's society. How many of you knew about the results of the election last year? Pretty much everybody? Maybe the little kids don't. Not last year, what am I saying that for? Last week. Of course, Donald Trump won, and who knows his main slogan or title, if you will, that he used throughout his entire campaign? Does anybody know it?
Make America
Great Again. Yes, that was the most common one. That's the one everyone heard. But the one I want to focus on is the one that not many people heard. If you heard it, you heard it. If you didn't, you didn't. And what Donald Trump said is he said he was going to, let's see, I have it here somewhere. He said, "I'm going to drain the swamp."
Oh, yes.
Does anybody know what that means? Drain the swamp?
In Washington.
Here's what Donald Trump said was, Donald Trump said, and I quote, "I will remove all corrupt politicians and outside interests from Washington, D.C." And, of course, he used that title in his campaign trail. Well, what does Donald Trump mean by that? Well, basically what he wants to do is he's going to go in, and since now he's the president, he probably will do this, I hope he will. He's going to try and clear out everybody. Everybody that was maybe liberalistic or didn't have the the right mindset, if you will, and wasn't really holy and righteous and everything, you know. I'm not saying I support everything Donald Trump does, but I would definitely say that him and his vice president have testimony of being saved, born-again Christians, which is a good thing. So maybe he can turn the country around and make America great again. And I hope that he realizes that God is the only one who can help him do that. But what Donald Trump was basically saying there is he was going to clean out the swamp, which means he's going to get everybody out, everybody that was bad. Now, let's take this into a different perspective right here. Jesus went into the temple. So let's imagine this for a second. This is our temple, right? We only have maybe one table in here. So we'll say that this right here is a table, and we'll say that all of the pews are tables as well, right? I know this isn't really what you call a temple, but we do pray here and we do worship. So that's basically what they did in the temple. So we'll say it's a temple, and these pews here are the tables. Now you guys are the money changers and people who are selling the animals and the doves, and you're the animals and doves. I won't say who was who, but you guys can just kind of guess for yourself real quick. So let's say that was happening, right? This isn't Jesus' time, this is today. This is our temple, this is where we worship. Here are the tables, here are the money changers, and here are the animals. Now I want you to think about this with me for a second. Let's see those two back doors there. Let's say Jesus came through them. And he came in here, and he just walked right down here to the front. What would he think? Would he cast us all out because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing? Or maybe we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. You may say, Michael, we're not selling anything in here. We don't have a bunch of animals in here. Well, I mean, we do, but we're not selling anything. Maybe we're not singing that way, but are we singing a different one?
Amen.
What if Jesus came in here? That's the question. Can I tell you a secret? He's already here. He's already here? Well, where? I'll show you. He's right here. He's right here. He's watching each and every one of you. Pastor's speaking from up there, and he's sitting here watching you. Maybe you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, maybe you're doing everything God wants you to be doing. But maybe you're not. Maybe what everyone thinks you are. Maybe you come to church maybe just because you want to be looking like a Christian, but are you actually doing what you're supposed to do? Do you read your Bible every day? Do you pray? The Lord commands you to do that. He just sits here watching you. When you sin, you just kind of, oh, no, don't do that. Don't go behind your parents' backs and do that. You know you're not supposed to do that. Don't go behind your spouse's wife and do that. You know you're not supposed to. Sometimes he just sits here and watches. And other times, he does something even more crazy. He comes all the way over here. Oh, you see, now I have everybody's attention. I just stood up on this pew and I got probably 20 people's attention to come look at me because I'm doing something weird, right? Why is it that Jesus has to do something like that to get our attention? You understand what I'm saying? Why is it that God has to come stand up on a pew for us to look at him? You know, back in the olden days, before cars were ever around, they had what was called horses and buggies. And what they would put on the horses was they would call them blinders, and they were like little black squares that they would put right here on their eyes. Right? And so what they put them there for was so that the horses could only see straight on, but somebody had to hold the reins and steer them, right? So they're going straight. And if the driver steered them this way, they'd go this way. If the driver steered them that way, they'd go that way. But they can't see what's going on over here. They can only see what's going here. They have to trust their driver that he's leading them in the right direction. That's kind of like us as Christians, right? We start right here when we're born, right? And if we grow up in a Christian home and our parents bring us to church every Sunday and they do everything we're supposed to be doing, they're leading us this way. Let's say this way is godliness and righteousness, and this way is ungodliness and unrighteousness and evil and everything to do with the devil right here. And we start out going this way. The Lord's taking us this way. We're doing everything we can to go this way. But hold on a second. Somebody's trying to steer us back this way. The devil. You know, when I was little, you know what I was thinking? Why would the devil care about me if I'm already saved, right? I mean, I'm already on my way to heaven. Why does he care anymore? He can't bring me to hell. Well, he's not necessarily trying to do that. He's trying to steer me back this way. Well, why is he doing that? so that I won't go out soul winning, and so I won't do the things I'm supposed to be doing and helping other people do what happened too. So we start here, right? Our parents, our pastor, every church ministry leader, they're all trying to guide us this way. But somehow, this way looks a little bit better though. It looks like more fun over here. So I think I'm going to go this way. It looks fun. But what you can't see over here because of this blinder, you can't see the pain, you can't see the destruction, you can't see everything back over here. You can't see all the good things over here. All you can see is, oh man, I don't really like going this way. It's not as much fun as going the other way. And to be honest, I don't even care anymore. I think I'm just going to go this way. That's a lot of Christians today. Going this way, we're going towards the devil, destruction, heartbreak. Everything that we don't know is there. But it is there. We just can't see it. So I guess the question really isn't, are we any different today? The question is, or not, the question really isn't, would it be different this time? The question is, are we really different at all? Maybe we're not doing the same things that they used to be doing back in Jesus' day, but are we still sinning in a different way? Have we forgotten about God altogether? I'll end with this illustration because I've taken enough of Pastor Gary's time. But 2 years ago, I was on a basketball team, and Mr. McKinney can attest to this when I was in 10th grade. We weren't doing so hot. You know, we won some games, we lost some games, but it wasn't the greatest year. So we kind of, we were traveling on our way to South Metro to play a basketball game, and we just wanted to win this game because we had lost a couple in a row. We wanted to break our losing streak, kind of like the Vikings did today. So we went out there and we played our best. We knew exactly what we had to do to win. And by halftime, we found ourselves up by like 8 points, which was good. It was a good lead, but still wasn't where we'd like it to be. So we knew what we needed to do for the second half to maintain that lead and maybe even get it higher. So we went out there doing everything we know we were supposed to do, but there was a problem. Our shots weren't going in. And there's word. Soon we found that our lead was dwindling, and by the time that there was 2 minutes left on the clock, we found the score tied. Now, I can't really remember per se every detail of that game, but I remember with a minute left, we found ourselves losing by 2. So we went down the other side of the court, we got a layup, we tied the game back up, and it went back and forth for a little bit until maybe there ended up being like 13, 14 seconds left on the clock, and we were down. We were down by 2, and they had the ball. We luckily got a turnover, and we were heading down the court until we turned the ball over ourselves. And as they were on a fast break layup, they get fouled, and misses a free throw, makes one. So we're down by 3 with 6 seconds on the clock. Coach calls timeout. Guys, here's what we need to do. Okay. So we run the play, hoping that we can hit a 3 maybe, and send the game into overtime. And here we are running the play, and I find myself wide open with the ball being passed to me, with a wide open jump shot. And I take that jump shot because it's wide open, there's no time left to pass anything else, so I take that jump shot. And it looked good. It was sailing up, it looked like the right trajectory and everything. Bam, front rim, straight down, they got the rebound, take the other way, foul them. Ended up losing the game by 4. I remember being so mad about that game after we prayed like we usually do and just kind of was walking away with my head down, untucking my shirt, when somebody tapped me on the back. I turned around to see the other coach, and he said, I'm number 21, and he said, hey, number 21. He said, you're a great player. You played a great game. I was like, thanks. I wasn't great enough because we lost, so I just kind of kept walking, and he tapped me again. And he said, hey. He said something I'll never forget. He said, you have great and tremendous talent. There are a lot of guys that God has given that to, but they never give him credit for it. So make sure you give God credit for your talents and your abilities. And right then and there, I just stood there and started thinking, maybe that's not why we're doing. Maybe that's why we're not doing so hot. Maybe that's why we're losing games that we shouldn't be losing. Because we forgot all about God. I mean, we pray to him, but do we thank him for our talents and abilities? Do we thank him for the ability to even play basketball? Well, not really. That really got me thinking, and If you put that in a Christian's life, it's the same thing. Have we forgotten about that? Do we come to church every day just to make sure everyone knows we're there? Or do we come to actually get something from the sermon? Do we come because maybe our parents make us, or maybe our spouse does? Or do we come to actually get something from the sermon? Do we come because we want to come, or do we come because we have to? I'm done talking now, but I want to leave you with this thought. Are we any different? Are we? If Jesus came in here, like as a human being again, would he cast us all out because we're no good, filthy, rotten sinners? Because he can see right through you. Maybe if everybody else can. But you've forgotten about him and you don't remember that. He sees right through you. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you've given us and bless us with, Lord. Be with Pastor Clear as he preaches, Lord, and give him the words to say. We love you in your name. Amen.